Hopefully these are dry.
Alright, so a little update on the Fisherman's Journal. I'm back home for today. Today was actually an opening day of duck season. So I got to get back, come home, and go out in the morning, go duck hunting. But I figured, you know what, while I'm home, I might as well hit my old stomping grounds that I fished all summer. And basically, where I'm fishing is a small creek in my hometown. When I first started fishing this, I had no idea that there were smallmouth in there. And actually, I went and worked this whole creek a couple days in a row and ended up catching 2 or 3 great, good size smallmouth. Sorry if you hear the occasional car drive by or the loud wind noise. It is literally in my hometown, like downtown my hometown. So you'll hear cars like that drive by. But I'm pretty excited to get on some smallmouth. It's been a while since I've been on like a decent smallmouth bite. So I'm excited. I'm ready to get in the water. I'm ready. I got my waders on. Can't see. You'll see them. I got my waders on. I'm ready to go catch some smallmouth. Hopefully hook into a couple and be back in my home stomping grounds. It looks really nice. It's clear. The water's low, which is kind of surprising for the amount of rain that we've had lately. So I'm really excited to get back and crack back on some smallmouth. Nothing too big, just a little guy. Obviously, nothing too big. Look at that fish. Look at how pretty that fish is. It's beautiful bronze. Creek, that's what I love about this creek is you don't get very many big fish, but there is a lot of actual smallmouth population in this small creek, so it's always fun. I mean, this is 30 seconds away from my home, so it's fun to get out and be able to you know, practically walk to a spot and go fish. You don't have to drive half an hour. I don't know, I'm gonna get on some more smallmouth and see if I can get a nice 2.5, 3 pounder. Look at him. He's so teeny, but I don't know if the camera will pick it up. Look at his eye. Focus. Look at that red eye. That's what's so cool about these fish is they're just so brown and they got that beady red eye. I don't know. Smallmouth for me is like, smallmouth are one of the coolest fish. They're probably the, I don't know. They're the funnest to catch, but I definitely like largemouth more. I'd be able to stomp on some largemouths a couple weekends ago when I came home, and to be able to get out to my stomping grounds and stomp out some smallmouth. I mean, you just can't beat it. And this is still the first area that I've fished. I mean, I've only fished this bridge. This creek goes for, cue the car noise. This creek actually goes quite a ways. So I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna try and catch some more smallmouth. Hopefully upgrade from the last 2 or 3 that I've caught. And 'cause so far I've been downgrading since my first one.
I
just caught this good fish on that with the jigs. Not a bad fish again, maybe a pound and a half probably. Maybe not even that big, but still a good fish. First one on the jig, so that's as I break off for the second time, I'm calling it. I'll probably do a little recap while I'm in my truck, so let's go there. So I'm gonna do a little recap on my little smallmouth excursion, basically. I'm gonna talk about this creek. Probably about this summer, a couple of my buddies came down here and they were gonna go carp shooting. Well, while they were carp shooting, I noticed there was a smallmouth in the creek, and of course I asked them, you know, I didn't know there were smallmouths in the creek, and they're like, yeah, you know, there's a few here and there. So I decided to fish it one day. So I went out with just one rod. I went out with a popper. I fished it with a popper, and I ended up having a great day. I ended up catching 10 to 15 smallmouth on just one popper, and I've moved, you know, where I was fishing at today, but I moved down river, I moved up river, worked this creek so hard. Hopefully that's a little better angle. I like that a little bit more. I just worked this creek so hard in search of good sized smallmouth. You know, I was catching like the smallmouth that I was catching today, which were like 8 to 10 inches. You know, nothing big, but any smallmouth fight, every single smallmouth fights hard, and they literally fight pound for pound. So it was fun getting out and catching smallmouth. And as I traveled down river a little more, I just made one cast into this branch that came down from the bank, and it came down to like a quarter of the way into the water, or a quarter way out from the bank, probably about 5 feet. So I just cast it in between the bank and the log, and I worked it, and I got smashed by probably a nice 3-pound smallmouth, which at the time, and might still be at the time, my biggest smallmouth that I have caught so far, about 3 pounds to 3.5 pounds. And to fish it in this creek, which isn't very big, and you wouldn't even think that there would be fish in it, it just was very exciting for me as an angler. And that's kind of why, that was like the start of me hitting the waters so hard, hitting them as hard as I do. And so if you're questioning if there is any sort of fish in your creek, go out and fish it. You won't waste your time if you go out and fish it, because like me, you know, I pass by this every single day and never would have thought there would be smallmouth in it, or any kind of fish, period. There's huge carp in here. There's also, my buddy caught like a 25 to 30 inch pike out of here. There's humongous pike in here, and I would have never thought it. So if you're curious, if you are curious if there is fish in a creek, go fish it. Go fish it. You won't be disappointed, especially if you catch into probably your biggest catch, and probably your most exciting catch. That smallmouth is a smallmouth I probably will never forget. That catch and fishing that, and just fish after fish, smallmouth after smallmouth, and catching that big smallmouth was probably the most exciting day I've had as an angler to date. Get out to those creeks, go fishing, fish them hard. If it turns out there's no fish in it, then you tried. That's all you can do, is that you can say you tried. So that is kind of my whole little spiel on exactly what this creek kind of means to me as an angler. Good quality audio, good quality video for you guys to enjoy. Going back to where it pretty much all started for me as becoming a serious bass angler. I love being home. I love fishing the home waters that I fished every single day at summer. So get out, go fishing, go catch some fish, and I'll see you in the next episode of A Fisherman's Journey. If you like it, please like, comment, subscribe, and see you later.